In 2024, the average American household paid $142 every single month just to keep the lights on. This year, that number climbed another 10%. And according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, electricity rates have risen 17% in just 4 years. Every time someone talks about energy independence, the conversation goes straight to solar panels. $20,000 up front, still dependent on the grid after dark. But in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, thousands of Amish families have paid $0 to the utility grid for decades. No solar, no lithium batteries, nothing you have ever seen advertised on television. They use water, and the science behind it confirms efficiencies of up to 85%, outperforming plenty of modern technology you are currently paying a monthly bill for. In the next 8 minutes, I will show you exactly how this system works, who can realistically use it, and why your electric company has absolutely no incentive to tell you it exists. Before we get into it, do you think solar or water is more practical for the average American family? Drop one word in the comments right now. Solar or water. I read every single one. Here is something the energy industry does not want framed this way. American utility companies generate over $430 billion in annual revenue from residential customers. That entire business model depends on one thing. You stay connected, you stay dependent, and you keep paying every single month without questioning it. Now think about this. A water wheel or a microhydro system requires no fuel, no monthly subscription, no connection to their grid. You pay once, you build it, and flowing water does the rest. That is not a business model any utility company can profit from. So when was the last time your electric company sent you information about harnessing the creek running through your property? When did a home improvement chain ever advertise a setup that eliminates your bill permanently? They did not. And the reason is not that the technology does not work. The reason is that it works too well, costs too little, and cannot be metered. The Amish figured this out generations ago, not because they are primitive, because they were paying attention. This is not folk wisdom, this is documented engineering. Layer 1, 2,000 years of working history. Water wheels powered Roman grain mills as early as the 1st century BC. By the Middle Ages, they were the backbone of European industry, driving everything from flour mills to iron forges to lumber operations. This technology did not disappear because something better replaced it. It disappeared because centralized electricity became more profitable for large corporations to sell. Layer 2 peer-reviewed science. A 2018 study published in Renewable and Sustainable Energy Reviews confirmed that a properly engineered water wheel can reach efficiencies of up to 85%. That figure is comparable to modern turbines and significantly higher than what most people assume from a centuries-old design. Layer 3. U.S. Department of Energy data. The DOE officially states that a 10 kilowatt microhydro system can generate enough electricity for a large home, a small resort, or a working hobby farm. Real-world installations, like the Beck-Mickle low-head microhydro system, have recorded outputs of approximately 24 kilowatt-hours per day, while the average American household consumes around 29 kilowatt-hours per day according to the EIA. That gap is smaller than your utility company ever wants you to realize. And the Amish did not need a government study to tell them. They simply never stopped using what worked. Let us get into the mechanics. No engineering degree required. Step 1. Assess your water source. This system only works if you have a stream, creek, or channel with consistent flow running through or alongside your property. You need to measure 2 things. First is head, which is the vertical drop in water level measured in meters. Second is flow rate, which is the volume of water moving past a point per second, measured in liters per second. Once you have those 2 numbers, here is the power formula the DOE uses as a practical estimate. Power in watts equals head multiplied by flow rate multiplied by 7. That factor of 7 already accounts for roughly 70% real-world efficiency. So, if you have a 3-meter head and a flow rate of 15 liters per second, your system can realistically produce around 315 watts continuously, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Solar cannot do that. Step 2. Choose the right wheel type for your site. There are 3 primary designs, and picking the wrong one is the most common mistake beginners make. An overshot wheel receives water from above. It achieves the highest efficiency at up to 85% and works best when you have a head of at least 2 meters. This is the design most associated with historic grist mills and the one used most effectively in Amish communities with elevated terrain. A breastshot wheel receives water at mid-height. It delivers 75 to 80% efficiency and offers more flexibility for varied terrain. This is a strong middle ground choice for most rural properties. An undershot wheel sits in the flow of a moving stream, without requiring any head at all. Efficiency drops to around 30 to 45%, but if you have a strong, fast-moving current, it is the simplest system to build and requires the least site preparation. Step 3. Understand the real cost. A DIY entry-level system under 1 kilowatt can be built for as little as $500 to $2,000, using salvaged alternators available on eBay or from farm auctions, PVC piping, locally sourced lumber for the wheel frame, a charge controller, a battery bank, and a standard inverter. A professionally installed system in the 1 to 5 kilowatt range runs between $15,000 and $55,000, but qualifies for the 30% federal investment tax credit, bringing that number down significantly. Payback period lands between 7 and 12 years, after which the electricity is effectively free. Compare that to solar. Similar upfront cost, similar payback window, but solar only generates during daylight hours. A microhydro system runs at the same output at 2 inches the afternoon and 2 inches the morning. Step 4. Know what this system realistically powers. A continuous 1 kilowatt output translates to roughly 720 kilowatt hours per month. That covers lighting throughout the home, fans, device charging, a water pump, small appliances, and power tools in a workshop. This is precisely how Amish communities use it, not to replicate a modern American lifestyle, but to cover every essential function without ever opening a bill. Now, here is what I will not hide from you, because this is where most videos like this lose credibility. This system is not for everyone, and you deserve to know that up front. First, you must have a water source with consistent flow on or adjacent to your property. No stream, no system. That eliminates most suburban and urban homeowners immediately. Second, most U.S. states require permits to divert water from natural waterways. Some states require additional federal authorization through FERC for grid-connected installations. Do your homework before you build anything. Third, water flow changes with the seasons. During a dry summer or drought year, your output will drop. This system is not a guaranteed flat supply like a utility connection. Fourth, there is real upfront cost and occasional maintenance involved. The word free in this context means free of ongoing bills, not free of all investment. If your property qualifies, the math is compelling. If it does not, this video still gives you a framework for thinking about energy independence that most people never encounter. Here is the bigger idea worth sitting with. The Amish did not reject technology because they feared it. They rejected dependency, and that distinction matters more today than it ever has. Every month you pay a utility bill, you are not just buying kilowatt hours. You are paying for the right that someone else holds over a basic necessity in your life. When the grid fails, your lights go out. When rates increase, your budget absorbs it. You have no alternative and no leverage. What waterwheel technology teaches us is not that old things are better than new ones. It teaches us that the most reliable system is the one you understand, you own, and you control. The technology to live with genuine energy independence has existed for 2,000 years. It was not lost. It was just made inconvenient to remember. If this kind of knowledge is useful to you, subscribe. Every video on this channel is built around one question: what works, what has always worked, And who benefits when you never find out?